Hey, sorry. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Uh, Here we are. It's Thursday. It is Thursday. It's Thursday the 15th. It is what it is, and it is hot. Whew. Oh, wow. Ugh. Thought I was gonna have a sneeze. Apparently, no sneeze. All right. It's Monday. It's Monday. I just said it was Thursday. It's Thursday. Uh, and I'm glad that you're with me. I hope we can kick off your Thursday with a bomb. That's a slang for like being cool, being the shit, being awesome, not having something blow up in your face. You know what I mean? Good lord. Why? Every time I throw stuff in the trash, I seem to miss it. All right, gotta do it. Um, Learned a new guitar exercise, but you're not supposed to do it for hours and hours and hours. And in looking at this thing, the lady said you shouldn't do these exercises because you can get carpal tunnel, right? I don't feel any of that yet, but once you get carpal tunnel, you can't unget carpal tunnel. So I was like, huh, what do I do here? So, I mean, granted, the whole point of this is being self-taught and to talk to you guys, but we don't want to give bad information or do bad things to hurt me or me give you bad information to, because I'll show you I'll show you what I mean. Oh, get a fair amount of questions if that's weed. It's let's not knock shit over. All right, it's CBD flower, not the same. Weed gets you high. This does not. That needs more sugar. I'm telling you, man. Whoever the coffee game person is really off their shit. They're not. They're not anywhere near where I need them to be when they make coffee in this establishment. I may actually have to write them up. Um, and I don't want to be an asshole, but everyone in this department needs to be written up. Mandatory. Uh, Supposed to be a support structure. All right, so here we go. We're going to put this on the G on the fifth fret, and I'm supposed to do this. Yeah, that's the G fifth fret. Here we go. All right, so I'm supposed to go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Wow. I'm supposed to go top string without on the noise. I'm supposed to go top string, bottom string, right? Top string, bottom string, especially with the weakest, which is so like I think she called them like just she considers them finger push-ups. But this doing this like 20 times a day in the morning, you do for each finger, because like right now this is my problem finger. This finger is glued to the pinky, right? And we want interdependence. Um, and we want to be able to hit the strings properly. So I just discovered this. And since you're not supposed to do it all day, I think we're going to do it at the top of the string, right? You're supposed to do it once a day, maybe twice a day. Uh, Slow and steady, you'll slowly get better, she said. But yeah, I think that's a perfect way to start off the string. Here, there it is. Fifth fret. Each finger gets a fret. 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh, Pinky. It's a way to sync your pinky. and I don't want to say sever, and make your pinky and your ring finger less codependent, and make your ring finger and your middle finger less codependent, right? That kind of thing. 20 push-ups. Let's write this down so we don't forget. Where's the book? Where's the pen? Cha. Oh, yes, and also these. You know what? Why don't we write it on a index card? Because I love writing shit on index cards. Normally I would write them on index. That's why there's so many index cards here, and then stick them up on a. In the age of push pins, I had like a wall looking like a serial killer. Just, if I was working on a story or something, it's a good way to have it kind of swim out. All right, here we go. I knew that was all going to pop out like that. I was looking right at it when it happened. All right. Here we go with the nose. I got to tell you, I got a defrost like in my head. As soon as I change temperatures, I just open the windows and close the door. So the rest of the apartment, I guess, is 75, 77 degrees, 78 degrees, somewhere around there. And then here, open the door, all of a sudden it's outside room temperature, which I guess is about 78. What's the temperature outside?
Sorry, I can't get weather for dates in the past.
What's the temperature outside? It's not dates for weather in the past. What's the temperature outside?
The high temperature from today at 7:02 a.m. through Tuesday will be 93 degrees, and the low will be 72.
What's the temperature now?
It's about 77 degrees outside.
77. Sometimes you got to ask the same question multiple times. All right, so we're calling this finger push-ups. My father has the best handwriting. I mean, it's calligraphy. It's fucking beautiful. Learned it in public school as a kid in like the 30s and 40s when those things mattered. His handwriting is exceptional. No one has handwriting like that anymore. I actually tried to get him to write me the like poems just in his handwriting. It's just fucking beautiful. I will show it to you, but yeah. Meanwhile, my handwriting is absolute scratch. What am I looking for? It's in this book. Okay, that's reasonable. Finger push-ups. We're gonna use no, we're gonna use this side. This should not be this hard. I wrote punish by accident. I don't like to have mistakes on push cards. I just use another one, but that's a waste in this environment. Third string, right? Which is the G string. Start 13 G string. 5th fret. One finger per fret, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 goes to 5, 6, 7, 8. And you go from the G string to the top E string to the bottom E string back to the G string. So from G, nope. Yeah, okay, from 5th fret G string to top E, then bottom E, then back to G, 5th fret, G, 5th fret. She said to do about 30 of them for each finger, 30 of for each digit, All right. So we're packing up stuff, and now we put that in here. Sweet Jesus, excuse me. Uh, that's. I mean, it's not even a fixer. What I have to do is an excellent way to decompress your whole head is a hot liquid, like hot tea, will drain your whole. And once you begin, then that's when you just go blow it and get it all out of your throat and your lungs, and then you're good. You can breathe. Ah, there's nothing like being able to breathe, right? I had friends who had allergies, and the trees would attack them. I was like, "You're allergic to nature. It's crazy." But but I mean, I get it. Oh man, ooh, that's an ingrown hair. I get it. You can't have the bottom of the ship tucked into your weird Asian pants. Mm. So let's try it for 30 minutes. You don't even need a timer. We just need to. Do I need to cut that light off? I don't need to cut that light off. We don't need the timer. We just need to go from the G string, fifth fret down here, and go top E string back to G string without touching all these other strings out here. We either need to mute them, but they can't ring out. Right, so that's good. Muted by this finger. I was taught that yesterday by Issy, day before yesterday, maybe yesterday morning. The days begin to blur. We're doing 1,000 days, people. Every day, 7 a.m. And this week, 4 p.m. We're changing the 4 o'clock show. We're pushing it back 2 hours. So it's not going to be 7 like it was, 7 and 7, 7 in the morning, 7 at night. Well, if all of you hardcore fans who've been around for a million years with us know that first it was 7 and then it was 4. 7 a.m. and 4, rather, not then. 7 a.m. and 4. Then we moved the 4 p.m. show to 7 to have it later. But that was a little more weight on me running around, being up for all that time and then doing like a 3.5, 4 hour stream. So then I moved it to 4, which is good, don't get me wrong. But I think we're going to move it to 6. 6 gives me a chance to get home, do some running around, hit the bank, cook something, have it on the stove or in a bowl before the pod. When I was doing that 4, none of that was able to take place, and I was hungry halfway through. So this is just good business here. We ran it through the company algorithm, and the throngs of people here at the homestead agreed, even though the coffee guys are going to be fired. And so we're all gonna. I made an executive decision with the team. You know, I'm going to get some stuffed animals in here. I'm just going to call them the team, so I don't sound crazy talking to like there's a million people in my apartment. And we're gonna do the thing. So we're gonna move it, an executive decision. We're gonna move it to 6 because I figure, like I just said, we'll get all that stuff done. Plus, be able to get some food, get some banking, get some what is life maintenance in essentially, and then come and kick it with you for as long as I want, right? From 6 to 7 to 8, and it'll cruise to where we used to be at 7. And probably end where we were ending at 7 anyway, quite frankly, right? It's essentially the 7 o'clock show an hour earlier to the same time, right? I mean, it was fun, right? Everybody was sort of de-stressing, home from work, out of school, you know, and all the guitar dudes came through, and I really appreciated it. But I feel, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm appreciative, but I feel like all their wisdom is sort of wasted on me because I'm so early in. I was told yesterday not to use the metronome and it made perfectly good sense, because I have to first get familiar with like just moving around the fretboard slowly, make sure. And he said another thing to me. He said, essentially the first point of this thing is a clear tone, right? So I was having muddy tones, you know, you can't have that. So even if you're slow AF, as the kids say, you have to play slow but clear tone music, right? That's what makes it beautiful. Or if you're a monster fast player, it has to be clear. That's what makes it beautiful, right? It's a tonal game, right? So you don't want to like, look, it's like a beauty pageant, right? All these notes are beautiful. I'm not going to end up in your beauty pageant with my gut in my, you know, what do they call it when you're Symmetry. And with my unsymmetry face and all this that they always tell you what people find beautiful, golden ratios and all this stuff. So yeah, beauty's a thing. We get it. We can all appreciate it from a distance. But the point of it being beautiful, we give it a category, right? Because it's somehow different than this other thing. And so much so that I don't want to say let's not put people on pedestal beauty. I mean, but natural beauty is a fine thing to have, and we all appreciate it. But we recognize beauty. Oh wow, what a lovely lady! What a handsome man! What beautiful kids you have! What great those are people. Okay, I guess I don't even think dogs are beautiful. Okay, and then there's stuff that we like, but I think that's more of a aesthetic beauty. It's like this place. I obviously like it this way because it's this way and I live here. But it's my aesthetic choice for beauty versus somebody who will come in here, whiz bang this whole place, and everybody goes, oh my God, look what they did. It's so much, it's beautiful, better, so much. Okay, maybe I'm off on this beauty thing, but you know what I'm saying? We're going to figure it out. We're going to know that these things have to ring clearly, not here. That's muddy here. And it has to sound that way every time. You know what I mean? It's got to be, I was about to say uniformity. There's got to be uniformity in playing less mistakes to fewer mistakes to no mistakes, right? Yeah, that it. You can't hit other notes, or you have to somehow silence them if you do. So all these things make sense to me. Fifth fret, G string, fifth fret. We're gonna go up to G without touching these two. Down to E, up to G. We're gonna go up to E, from the G up to the E, fifth fret, down to the E, fifth fret, back to G, up to the G, fingertips, right? But it's really supposed to work these two fingers, like the pinky. Do it this way, easier. Gets your coordination down. Wow, that is not easy. I hope everyone's having a good morning. I hope you got your coffee set up. We've been streaming for 20 minutes. We showed up a little early. That's fine, right? But early is better than late. All right. Right, now we put this back here. Now we don't have to pluck these strings, but I'm doing so. So you gotta go down here. And it's gotta ring clearly. I mean, I don't have to pluck these strings, but I'm trying to get in the habit of clear tones and precise finger placement. So since I'm learning a new thing, and I'm also trying to not just do downstrokes, you have to do up downstroke. So this is just an excellent time to be doing it. And like I said, it's like the exercise is each finger 10 of them, like 10 push-ups and sit-ups. There's no timer on it. Just do the 10, then do the 10, then do the 10, then do the 10. Then you do another set, then you do another set. So you do like 3 sets of 10 and you're done. It's like doing 3 sets of push-ups, right? So just like everything else, over time, your fingers get your hand gets stronger. You work out tendons in it, but your fingers get stronger because they're essentially doing push-ups, like the lady said. And again, we don't do this for 3 hours because you'll get carpal tunnel. You blow your hand out. No one does push-ups for 3 hours. No one does you know what I'm saying? No one does chin-ups for 3 hours. So yeah, I think this is a good start to sort of. I've got like 5 hand practices to strengthen my hand. I've always got an eye toward my pinky and my ring finger. But I also, here it is. I also have a strumming issue. And again, I don't feel bad about it. We're brand new. I looked up all the it's amazing. Once you put these things on, they're damn near impossible to get off. They really are. Which I guess is fine. It's got to be another There's got to be a better way. Oops. All right. Check it. Put this way up here. I was told this just should sit. All right. That was a little too much, but that's all right. That's a little too much, but that's all right as he tries to. All right, look. I need to make a mark here so I'll know how far to pull this thing up when I need to shift it. Remember, if you run out and get a guitar, they come in different body sizes. So some have a really fat body, and you might not like that one, or you might like that one. Some are smaller, just in case you're a small person. We looked up that thing, right? So we can actually show you some guitar. We're gonna do this screen. That way I can, ouch, that hurt. I'll ding myself in the head with a guitar. Who knew? All right, so guitar body types. Let's all right, here you go. So let's try and put this on screen. Perfect. We didn't check if we were streamed to everybody, but we're just going to assume that we are because it is what it is. Okay, we're going to share this with you. These body, like, I have this one, essentially. But you can get a small one, right? I mean, you don't have to get a large one. And this is the same of electric guitars. They come in, well, we can check sizes of electric guitars if you wanna. Oh, good Lord, that's horrible spelling, but we're gonna send it anyway, baby. Here you go. Find a new and used guitar. All right, this is a lot of information that, all right, here you go. So, I mean, ignore these age range stuff. I mean, if you happen to be shorter, you know, get a small guitar, you know, or you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So here I am. So yeah, good job, Haps. Guitars come in many shapes and sizes, and you too can get in on the fun. Remember, we're here for an hour and about 15 minutes or so. Just a little guitar stuff to get in, keep guitar or music. Ooh, keep knocking stuff over. Just keep guitar and music in our mind. We're still having issues with the picture because, you know, it is what it is. I've closed all the close all the things though. Luke, I am your father. Whatever, man. All right. He also said, strum as a finger hits the string. Which I get, and keep your fingers close to the fret so you don't have to do all this traveling. You're instantly there, which I like. All right, so let's try this. 1, 2. Well, that is not easy. Let's try it with the pinky. All right, so let's put this away from us. We know where the strings are, and we're going to strengthen our pinky with this. You know, Normally we run through the morning news. We didn't do that today. We won't. Oh, wow, that's bad. We won't do it all the time. That is really bad. This is really a good exercise. Excuse me. Again, I know what it is. It's coffee is making me phlegmy, as well as I shouldn't be smoking at all, no matter what I'm smoking. All right. Oh, I got it. Second one. Maybe I don't have to sound these. Just. Oh my God, this is not going to be easy. I don't even think I can get 20 of these out of me. Excuse me. Excuse me. 3rd fret, 5th fret here. Down here on the 5th fret. Pink is in the 8th fret. 5, 6, 7, 8. Not easy, Pinky. Let's see what you got here. Right, G string to E string, back to G string, then to low E string, back to G string. You're supposed to be able to do this like E string, G string, low E string, then pinky, right pinky, E string, G string, E string, back to set. Ring finger, G string. It's not as complicated as it looks, but man, my fingers feel wonky already just by trying to try it for 10 minutes. So it's going to be hot here. It tried to rain yesterday. It was like lightning running across the sky. It was beautiful. But it was scary. Wow. Wow. So with me plucking, I have to get my fingers off the G string. So not the preceding. Yeah, I guess, no, the preceding come before. I don't know. But this is not. All right. Reach up there and get it. Right. Then all the way back here. While keeping your fingers firmly placed. If you can mute these, you're not supposed to be playing them. All right. Unless you need to, like this. And then you can't mute it. Oof. Slow AF. Oh, I got 2 good ones out of that. All right, let's do this thing. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Well, I keep playing like this and Clapton will be opening for me. I want to give some shout outs. I want to give a shout out to my man K-Dub. It's his birthday yesterday, and I missed it. I love you, K-Dub. Happy birthday. We've been homies since we were like, oh my God, since before we were 10 years old. So I gotta wish that dude happy birthday. Happy birthday, homie. I got mad love for you, my dude. Continued success. It's hard to keep the other fingers where they're supposed to be, right? Let's try the pinky. Oh my gosh, all right. I gotta feel this. Yeah, everybody be where you're supposed to be. Wow. Okay. All right, so let's try it. Clean tones. All right, so let's try it. Wow. I have vastly underrated how hard. I mean, I knew it was going to be hard, but man. All right, this is the 5th fret. What are we doing? Yeah, we're doing 5th fret, but we're practicing at the 7th fret. We should have been down here. I think we were right here. Oh, we were right here. No, we weren't this far down. I think we were here. Back. All right, everybody needs to stay on their own string and not lean up against their neighbors like some drunk in a bar. You get to mute everybody. You're the bouncer. You get to silence all the other knuckleheads ringing when they shouldn't be. All right. High string, low string. G, high string, oh, G, low string. All right, let's try this one. Ring finger. Everybody stay on your fret. Where you got? Where are you two going? So this stays here, but because I don't have to do this, but I'm trying to ring it out, I have to remove my pinky, right? And then my pinky moves back to where it was as I climb down to this E string. And that comes in all kind of problems because it has to ring. See that? Who's? I think that's a pinky. That is the pinky. The pinky's lying on it. Ugh. And then back up to 3. Lift the pinky. Sound it again. Replace the pinky. Up to. So I'm always going to have to be like, so we'll try the middle finger, right? So I got to lift them both up now. That. Who's on that string? All right. Place everything back to the G, and then this is a really good exercise if I could just dial it in. Oh man, I'm all okay. I appreciate your patience. I am all over the place. I realize this. That middle finger. Let's try that middle finger thing again. So you got to lift up both, then strike, replace as you move, which is what I was trying to do. And not only just replace them, but put them where they belong, not just anywhere in the fret. They got to be up against the right. They've got to be back here, up against the fret, not just sloppily laid any place. All right. Woo. Let's try it. Super slow. Who's leaning on it? Pinky. Pinky. All right. You may have to shift the guitar a little bit. And you're not supposed to be holding it. You're just not supposed to be holding the neck of the guitar while you play it. It's supposed to be balanced, right? But it's sort of hard to get a little bit of balance going on in this thing. Maybe I just got to weigh it down with my arm. All right, so 5th fret, 3rd string. Let's do it one more time. We're trying to concentrate on the middle finger. All right. That's not good. That's better. Ooh, got to keep everybody where they're supposed to be. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. We're not supposed to do this for an hour, but I can't do one practice of this drill. See, now that Izzy told me I should practice with the gain up so I can hear all that, I hear it now. All the extra touching of strings that shouldn't be touched. Like, you just hear this sort of happening in the background. As y'all do it again, you probably hear it. Wow. Is this super loud? Was I not noticing this? This is the thing. I mean, this thing turns itself up when you turn off your machine. I'm sorry about the super loud volume, guys, but we are 40 minutes into this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to come up with a checklist. This up-down picking is murdering me. You heard that? Clunk, clunk. Oh. I was told yesterday I should practice on one string of moving these fingers. So I get used to not plucking and striking, because that's the same thing. Placement, bam, and plucking at the same time. Not before, which is that. Hold it. Right, at the same time. Also do the super slow. I'm having a real issue with the super slow stuff. It's not really where my meter runs. My meter runs hot all the time. So meditation has always been a problem. Doing shit slowly and methodically has always been a problem. Unless it had an art base to it, I could sit and paint for hours. That's meditation. Sit and draw for hours. Sit and read for hours. All that shit. All that stuff, excuse me. I don't think I'm hitting any other strings next to when I'm plucking, which I think is good. I will tell you what. Don't fall out of there. I can't afford to buy a new one. Ugh. Yeah, I think I was right. I think it's going to be about to January before we can pluck out anything that's fun and cool. And I think it's going to easily be a year and a half before we're middlingly decent guitar players. And then in 1,000 days, we'll be a guitar player and we'll be just like all the other people. And remember, 1,000 days is about 2.5 years. And I'll be here. But we're taking it. Hey, Charles, good to see you. We're taking it day by day, and we're going to get there. I hope you're having a good day. I hope, what time is it there? 7 a.m. here. So it should be 4 in the afternoon, maybe. I hope things are going well. We got Charles in the chat. We want to wish him well. Yeah, that little pinky thing. Oh, it's 1:40. Okay. Military time. I like it. I'm surprised I still remember that. Yeah, every day, man. 7 a.m. and then 4 p.m. But we're gonna move the 4 to hold it. If we do that, we might lose you. 4 p.m. here. Well, if 6 p.m. here is okay, do the math. You just told me it's 1:30 there right now. All right, so it's 8:45 here. Right, so that's 4 hours. And then okay, so you're 4 hours. There can't be 4 hours ahead. Can you be 4 hours ahead? You were here yesterday night, 6 hours. All right, 6 hours. So yeah, you were here yesterday night and it was late. So if we move the 6 p.m. show, we're gonna miss you complete the 4 p.m. Oh man. All right. Ugh. All right. I have to figure this out. Yeah, I think you're right. So that 6 hour shift would put you at midnight when the show began. Yeah, because I'm in Eastern Virginia. I'm on East Coast Virginia, so we're in the Eastern time zone of the United States. Yeah, we shift. What do we call it? Spring ahead, fall back. Daylight savings time. Yeah. So in the spring, which one do we do? Which one in? Yeah, I think we fall back to get more light in the fall, and we spring ahead in the summer, in the spring, I think. Yeah, by an hour. But some people don't do it. Some, I don't think they do it in Arizona. Uh, uh, they may do it in New Orleans, but it's weird. This whole country is weird. Daylight saving times. It's a holdover from the founders. It should be gone. All right. Daylight saving time in 2021 United States. Greenland, Cuba, Europe. Greenland, Cuba, Europe. Do you have it there? I thought this was only an American phenomenon. Who else has daylight savings time in the world? Daylight saving time. Oh, wow. Okay, it's Sunday, March 14th, which passed, and Sunday, November 7th, which is about 4 months away. Right? November 17th. What are we? We're in July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, about 4 months away. Who else has it? History rationale, countries and regions. All right, so Africa, Asia, Europe, North and South America, and Australia. Really, a lot of daylight saving time. I didn't know that. I guess they would have the same problem, wouldn't they? They would need to get their farmers up and out of bed to do stuff. So why wouldn't they have it? It's a reason to make people who have nothing work for an extra hour, right? And to catch the light. Trust me, the wealthy don't care about daylight savings time. All right, so we're gonna close this. It's been a while since we tried to play the Penta. Let's try. You got that system view mind. Yeah, that might be a problem when they come for me and ask me questions about my political affiliations. You know, those conversations never go well. All right, so let's try. Woo-hoo. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to learn guitar because it was making me crazy. Yeah, absolutely right. So now I'm over here trying to redirect that energy into good conversation and music if I can, right? Even if I feel I'm happier in this arena than the other arena. That's the truth. We're going to put that on screen. Yeah, happy is relative. I'm sure the rich people in America love the way it's being run. The rest of us have a problem with it. Here in the States, they're trying to get everybody to go back to their $3 job an hour jobs, and they don't understand why people don't want to. Oh my God. I think there's a filter on the word that you use there. A lot of people view it as a slur now, especially in this country, so it doesn't come up. No, man, no, I think we're fairly simpatico on some things, but with the algorithm, word choice matters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know you're a cool dude, and I'm from a generation where that word was just the word, but now it's loaded, and I don't even know why. I honestly don't even know why. I wonder if I can globally unhide it because I mean it's a word that you use in a sentence, right? I don't see why it would be bad. No, you don't sound harsh. Let's try and get through the pento. Derp. Hear that rattle? And that's why he said practice with the gain up because you'll get really used to trying to avoid the rattle, and then you will begin to avoid the rattle. Yeah, it's a form of controlling you through what they allow you to say. So here in America, there's a lot of this going on with like for instance, nothing against trans people, right? But the idea that other people who may not know you have to participate by calling you X, Y, or Z uh, makes them participate, right? But I would also argue under the same standard, I don't want to piss off any doctors, but if you ever accidentally call a doctor Mister, it's doctor, right? Okay, don't be a snot. I can call you Mister. It's not like I called you stupid or anything, right? It's just people demand that you, and I get it. You know, you worked hard for your degree, but you didn't work hard for me to get that degree. You worked hard for you to make a lot of money, right? Stop acting. You know, it's all this kind of things. I demand you acquiesce to what I want you to acquiesce to. And in this society, America, a lot of people who have power, who haven't really done anything for anybody, can demand that you do something for them. And it's like, oh boy. So my whole thing is this. I go by eyesight. You look like a lady, I'm gonna call you lady. But you look like a dude with a beard and the whole thing. I'm not gonna go out of my way and disrespect you, right? I saw that C-SPAN tape. What is it called? CPAC tape. Uh, but okay, I won't reference any gender. I just say thank you and keep it moving. But look, I wish I could require you to call me homeboy, right? I can't do that. You'd be like, why am I calling you homeboy? Because it's disrespectful if you don't. What? No, but you know, some people couch these things. It gets a little goofy. Exactly, right? So yeah, but then then they get like here, America loves a mob. Then we get a mob going, and they used to show up at your house and burn it down with you in it. Now they show up at the Twitter mob and inundate your inbox, and you know require your employer to fire you. over nonsense. Some of this outrage is good and real because I was like, wow, you know, that bad dude got what he, you know, his comeuppance. That's pretty good. But now it's just weaponized for everybody. So I don't like what you thought about this, and we're gonna try and get everybody to hate you. Ooh, really? We're gonna look that up right now. I love information. Man, this stand is just makes me goofy. Dropping guitars is not the mode. All right, so I was about to look up junta, but that's not it. Jante, lore. All right, law of the janta. Danish Janteliovian is a literary element that has been assigned to some of the egalitarian nature of the Nordic countries. It characterizes not conforming, doing the things out of the ordinary, or being personally ambiguous. Oh man, my reading. Personally ambitious as unworthy and inappropriate. Oh, okay. Think I like this law. The attitude was first formulated in the form of the 10 Rules of the Janta Law by Danish Norwegian author Askel Sandamosa. In the satirical novel, A Fugitive Crosses His Tracks. Oh, A Fugitive Crosses His Tracks. 1933, but the actual attitude themselves are older. Okay, so they're in the people. That makes sense. I was about to say, how does a whole country change because of a book? But yeah, it sounds like it was always in the fabric of the people, and he wrote it down for his story. Portrayed the fictional small Danish town of Jante, which he modeled upon his native town of NYK Nykøbing Mors in 1930s when nobody was anonymous. Where nobody was anonymous, a feature of life typical of all small towns and communities. Yeah, I guess you know everybody in a small town. Okay, there are 10 rules in the law defined by Sandamosi. All expresses of variation on a single theme and usually referred to as homogeneous unit. You are not to think you're anyone special or that you're better than us. Huh. The 10 rules state: 1, you're not to think you're anything special. 2, you're not to think you're as good as you are not to think you are as good as we are. You're not to think you are smarter than we are. You're not to imagine yourself better than we are. You're not to think you know more than we do. You're not to think you are more important than we are. You're not to think you're good at anything. Oh my God. You're not to laugh at us. Sorry. You're not to think anyone cares about you. You're not to think you can teach us. It's very sort of stoic. At the same time, that's so good. So, the juniors who transgress these unwritten laws are regarded with suspicion and some hostility, as it goes against town community desire to preserve harmony, social stability, and uniformity. An 11th rule recognizes that in the novel as the penal code of Janta is 11. Perhaps you don't think we know a few things about you. Wow. All right, so let's run through these. This is really interesting. This is to keep harmony. You're not to think you are anything special. I totally get that. You are not to think you are as good as we are. That's the magic, because here in America, that you're not to think you're as good as we are translates to class status, right? Or race status, or any of these weird things in our long history of bullshit, right? So if someone said, you know, the first thing I think of, who are you to say that, right? Because it sounds like my boss is telling me that, some politician is telling me that, some religious figure is telling me that, you know what I mean? It sounds like some higher up person is going, you're not to think you're as good as we are. And so, you know, it sounds very much sort of like the English and their whole system of we're the lords and the kings and you're a serf, and how dare you question us? But yeah, it's like, but here it's different. It's almost similar wording, but you have to look at it through like the culture. This is a great example of the cultural lens, because that whole line, that second line, you're not to think you're as good as we are, you're not to think you're as smart as we are, that can play very differently in America, and they can use it to make sinister meanings, right? I wish I was something, and that's a guitar player. But man, these rules are awesome. So I'm telling you, you import. This is how things get broken. You import this and leave out the history of it, and it becomes like some kind of like fascist Chinese communist state kind of thing where you're not to say anything unless we okay it. But this is meant to keep balance in the community, to stop somebody from getting a big head or to be arrogant or to be snot. It keeps, this might become one of my favorite things. The judge who transgressed this unwritten law were regarded with suspicion and some hostility. But you don't think we know a few things about you. Yeah. That one sentence, the 11th rule, which acts as the penal code of charges, such as was rich in content. It was a charge of all sorts of things. And it's also had to be because absolutely nothing was allowed. It was an elaborate indictment with all kinds of unspecified penalties given to be expected. Furthermore, it was useful depending fully on tone of voice. And financial extortion and enticement is a criminal act. It would also be the best means of defense. I may have to read this book. Is this book in English? What's the name of this book again? Doing this in a fugitive crosses his tracks. Where is this? Where is Amazon? Should this be on Amazon? Paris Review crosses Alaska. Where can I get it? Okay, it's in English, but maybe I should check Amazon. Let's see if Amazon has it. Amazon has everything. Come on, Amazon. Oh, good Lord. Now it's not going to let me. Fugitive. Good Lord, my. Oh, they do have it. It showed up in the. All right. Fugitive crosses his tracks, hardcover. Culture, black feminist, da 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 da. Almost nearly perfect people. How much hardcover is what? Out of print, limited availability. Tom Clancy. What? There's only one copy of this book on Amazon? A fugitive crosses his tracks. There's one copy and it's out of print. It's not one, but it's hard copy, it's out of print. Let's just look and see what they want for it. They want nothing for it because it's friggin' out of print. Hard copy, the almost nearly perfect people. Huh. All right. Well, I guess I won't be able to find it. Let's put this back to where it was and cut this off. All right. It is 8 o'clock. We've been streaming for an hour and 3 minutes. It's frowned upon because it implies a lot of things. Like, it's not the same thing today, but back in the day, you were not supposed to flash your cash so much because it's yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it became flashy and showy to show everybody how much stuff you got. People used to not do it because there were so many poor people, right? So many. But now it's like, how can you get to me? I live in a giant house. Right. It's just cultural difference. It's not in all of Europe. It's like this. It's a Sweden, Denmark, Norway thing mostly, probably Finland to 10%. Right. What can we call them? The Nordic countries, all with that cool cross on the flag, right? It's really interesting though, man. It's super interesting. I wish I could get the book. I think it's slowly disappearing because we're absorbing a lot of. Yeah, I think that's it, right? You see it on television, and it affects you, right? You can't keep like people go. A lot of people believe what toppled the Marxist system in China, and they're still the same system. They just adopted capitalism because they had no other way to feed their people, and they still really can't feed their people. Everything they do comes from another country, right? They have no innovation themselves because that will require you to think differently. And if you think differently there, it's your ass. So they take everything from all these other countries to invent microwaves and cell phones and whatever else your wild imagination can invent. But before all that, they just let, especially in Russia, they just let American television in. And it wasn't just like the stuff that they thought was innocuous, like, oh, well, stupid comedies, who cares? Let it in, Then people start going, why don't I have blue jeans? Like, how come there's all this food on their store shelves? Look at all the sunshine. They don't look like hateful people. You said they were all greedy. They look happy. And then people are like, why aren't we happy here? What is wrong with Russia? And before you know it, Russia had all these social problems that, you could track back to TV, and it took down their system, right? They had a revolution. Chinese had to fix their system, and I want to say the early 70s. Russia's system collapsed in like the 80s. They all collapsed. You brought American TV and Western kind of like women talking smack to their men and going about the women were like, what? If I said something like that, I'd be hit by this man. I cannot believe this, right? They had gay people on TV. Some of the people who were caused gay were like, wait, why is our society better if we can't do anything? So all this stuff began to bubble up, and it sort of unwound them. So yeah, American culture, American TV, it's everywhere. It's ubiquitous. Yeah, it I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I mean, you can look at it like this. Maybe in 100 years, all the world will be more alike and there'll be less wars, right? But it's still going to be. Yes, I remember watching a documentary that spies will give Russia to spies, blue jeans. Yeah, yeah. Oh, really? Like that's why they wear Adidas tracksuits. That it was one of the few Western brands that were allowed into the Soviets. So it was high stats and different. Yeah, Adidas is a German company, I want to say, right? Nike is American, made in Oregon, and Adidas and Puma are German. The guy who started Adidas also started Puma. He started Adidas with his brother, and then they had a family fight over the giant company that they built. And then one brother left, and he started Puma. So Puma and Adidas are Adidas all day. I dream about sex. Adidas. All right, Adidas shoe company. Adidas Wikipedia. German multinational corporation founded and headquartered in Herzogenaurach. All right, Herzogenaurach. Herz Herzogenaurach. Herzogenaurach. Okay. $2 billion on sneakers. Early days. 1924. Split in rivalry with Puma. The brothers split up in 1947. Between them and had relations between them had broken down, and Rudolph formed a new firm called Ruda. Ruda Datsun later rebranded Puma. Yeah. Money and family, boy. You gotta watch it. You gotta make sure that family ties stay family ties. But now you got $2 billion companies in a family where nobody talks to each other. It sounded like they were Lennon and McCartney, right? They both were geniuses. I mean, one just didn't leave him fall into obscurity. He started another great company. Uh, but let's see what happened. I was wondering, what do they call those guys? Slavs, right? Slavs? Like they're the Slav look. They have oh, do we want to look up what a Slav look is? Let's do that. Slav. Slav look. Slav look. What is all these women? Yes, Slavs have a distinct look. Slavic people tend to have more round and square faces than other Europeans. In general, Slavs are light skinned, some are very white, brown hair, and light eyed. Although brown is very common too. The sections that are really okay. Well, I didn't know that was a thing about that. I was talking about the men. Slav, Slav. I thought they were called the Slavs. Slav boys look. Here it is. So let's get some images going. So it's tracksuits, right? Oh, no, I don't want to go to the page. Come on, guys. Seriously. I just want to just open the image. Open the image in a new tab. Yeah, there you go. It's tracksuits. It's a look. I love it. All right. So let's crash this out. So yeah, it's amazing. Where am I? There I am. So it's amazing. It's every group, I guess. takes on a little bit of Western culture, and I would say that the Western culture of that Slav look is in the in the day of rap when everybody wore tracksuit, and then maybe in the 80s when all the mobsters wore tracksuits and they were in all the movies. And now tracksuits are the thing in a lot of places. It's like t-shirts. For a while, in the 80s, they wore we call them I think this is I don't think they call it that anymore, but they used to call them wife beaters. I always call them white tees, right? And white tee sounds bad because it's not just saying whiteies, but plain white tees like the band. But instead of a t-shirt, it was a tank top. So a plain white tank top. No, crew necks have short sleeves, but instead of rounded neck, don't they have no? Those are V necks. What is a crew neck? Is this a crew neck? They wore like tank tops. Maybe we can find a picture of them now. We're down a rabbit hole of pictures. Tank top, 80s novelty tank top. Let's see if we get any 80s images. No, we don't. We just get buff dudes in tank tops. Slav has a look. All right, everybody's got a look, I guess. Okay, so we've got about, I want to say 5 or 10 minutes before we have to end the stream and we all get to go to work. Woohoo! Big greasy spot. A wife beat is a tank top with a big spot at the belly. When I first, someone mentioned it casually, that phrase, wife beater, I was like, what? I had never heard that phrase up until college. I must have been 24, 25. I was just kind of like, why would you call it that? That's what everybody calls it. Who's everybody? It's amazing. So at least I think it's a pejorative. Well, let's look up and see if it's still maybe not acceptable in polite company, but come on, people know what it is. Wife beater tank top. The story behind the wife beater tank top. Why is a tank top called a wife beater? The term wife beater reportedly became synonymous for an undershirt after a 1947 criminal case when a Detroit man was arrested for beating his wife to death. News outlets are alleged to have printed a photo of him in a stained undershirt and referred to him as the wife beater. Oh, since 47 and people are still using it? That's outrageous. That's horrendous. Ooh, ladies in tank tops. Can't hate on her. Yep, definitely cannot hate on her. All right. Going down a rabbit hole here of ladies in tank tops, and we're not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Oh, hold it. Cancel this, close this, shrink that, and hopefully we'll get our image back. Remember, we search Gopnik. How did I miss that one? All right, hold on. There's a couple of things I need to look at. Yeah, this shouldn't be hid either. All right, Slavs like an ethnic group of Eastern Europe, Poland, the Balkans. Right. Search for Gopnik. Okay. Gopnik. Let's search for Gopnik. Gopnik. G-O-P-N-I-C-K. N-I-K. Yes. Ooh, DJ Bladesman. Gopnik. What is Gopnik? Gopnik. Gopnik, Russian. Romanticized. Belarusian. Is a member of a subculture in Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and other former Soviet republics. A young man or woman, Gopnikstas, of working class background that usually live in Russia's suburban areas and come from a family poor education and income. The collection now was okay. So what is that? What is their flow? Etymology. Gopnik most likely derived from a term for street robbery, gopstop, Russian. All right. So we used to call people like this gunmen, like people who rob people. Uh, Not gunmen. It'll come to me. But they all take the same pose. They're always squatting. It's a thing, right? Like in Black culture, we used to get together and do like get down on our knees and do this. Hey, all and guys in the back would be standing up. So you had this thing. But here they semi do that, like squatting, Slavic squat. It has a term. Squatting is a versatile. Okay, nah, that's just saying Slav squatting. All right. However, it could be related to the GOP, the acronym, the Gorotsky some I don't know what that means. They were out almshouses. An almshouse is a charitable housing provided to people in a particular community. They are often targeted at the poor of a locality. At these from certain forms of previous employment or their widows or elderly people who can no longer pay rent and are generally maintained. Oh, it's a poorhouse in almshouses. Bolshevik government, 1917, Expert Dictionary, Russian explanation. Stereotypical behavior. Goptas are often squatting in groups in a court. So you just walk through a court, you see all of them just kind of like squatting. Like, we got to put this up. Yeah, because this is quite a picture. Let's do it. So come on, why is he not up? Here you go. So here we are. He's just chilling, smoking, and look at this. Yeah, looks like the up is shut down. It looks like an abandoned house. And here's another guy just chilling. Squatting is a thing. Slavic squatting, ethnic stereotypes. Often seen squatting in groups in court or doing the crab outside the blocks of flats or schools with their heels to the ground. It's described as a learned behavior attributed to Russian and Soviet prisons prison culture to avoid sitting on the cold ground. Goptas are stereotyped as being prone to substance and alcohol abuse. Yeah, what other young poor people are not programmed to that? Wow, that is I guess that's what it is, right? It's always the poor of whatever class, no matter where you are. Yeah, high women is another one, right? People who jump out of the woods at you. Uh, there was a slang term for it. Stick up kids. I'm sorry. So it wasn't rock gunmen. In the old days, we used to call them stick up. There's a rap about it. Turn stick up kid. Look what you done did. Got sent up for an 8-year bid. Now your manhood is took and you're a Maytag. Maytag was also an old slang term for a guy who got used in prison by other men, right? Being used and abused and served like hell till the day you were found hung dead in your cell. But yeah, stick up kid was what we used to call people who were running around robbing people. And sometimes they got there, sometimes they didn't. Goptas. So yeah. All right. So it is 8:15. I want to thank you for coming through, Charles. It's always good to talk to you, man. We will be here today at 4. We're gonna move the show to 6 on Monday. 6 p.m. The 7 a.m. show will remain at 7 a.m. at an hour. The 6 p.m. show will do some guitaring, and then right about I guess about 8 we'll stop and maybe do some politics and some other silliness. Hey Takara, how you doing? I'm assuming Charles from Twitch is Russian. I love how we can learn from each other. This was super interesting. I love learning around things. Have a good day, girl. I hope you have a great morning. Yeah, let's put this up on screen so everybody can see it. So yes. Oh, I miss you too. Yeah, I stream on 3 places actually, Charles. I use a Haps Restreamer to stream to Twitch. So I'm streaming on Haps, their platform. But I'm also streaming to Twitch and to YouTube. Yeah, you know what? We had this conversation about soul food, man. I was looking up Swedish meatballs. I've been trying to cook them forever. There's some great recipes for it, but they look labor intensive. So now I got to get my Swedish meatball fix from IKEA. Don't tell anybody. I know that just it's the worst thing. Uh, so yes, we are here every day at 7 a.m. and then at 4. Hey, Blondie, it's good to see you. How are you? Wow, all you guys showing up just at the end of the stream. You guys are awesome. Um, we stream 7 a.m. every day, every single day, weekends included. The 7 to 8 a.m. streams of the weekend go longer. Obviously, no one has to work. They usually start at 7 and end at like 10, 10:30. Give you a chance to go to church. I'm sure that's what's going on there. Uh, Saturday streams, Sunday streams. And remember, our Sunday stream count as church. So it counts as synagogue and church and mosque attendance because we stream the 3 places. Why not? And then you hear me play a little guitar and then go off on random rants about why the world is a hot mess. And then we look up stuff on the internet and we semi-educate ourselves. And that all counts as church. Yeah. If your pastor, preacher, rabbi, or imam, just have them send me a letter. I'll send them a proper get out of organized church free or organized religion free card. We do spirituality around here, meaning you don't necessarily have to go to church, but we want you to look into not look into your soul, but do some more creative shit for your soul, because then you'll be less of a miserable person. I really believe that. Whether that is, I used to have a weekly poker night, talk to people, weekly poker. Ooh, Takara plays games online with people. That's good, right? So anything that just kind of let some of the melt away that you get from your everyday, onslaught of whatever, bills, payments, family drama, boss drama, work drama. You can sort of find a carve a place out. I'm doing guitar, more music, but I'm learning music, but on a guitar, you can pick up painting or, but the idea is in 10 years, you're going to be better at it. So why not be better at something that you can sell people, like the paintings or music, a song, or get good at business and learn business over 10 years. Why not do that online? So yeah, you can enrich yourself. I'm for you. Thanks, Takara. Definitely show up. You have people show up on Takara's site and play some Uno with her. When's the next one? I may actually show up. Yeah, learn piano. Absolutely. I will be in your stream every day if you started to learn piano session. Nurse Blondie says good morning to Takara. That's pretty awesome. Creole stew. It's so good. I love, I cook and I love to make stews because they simmer all day and you can go in game. And when you're done, you can have a bowl of stew and you can cut it and make it soupy. I like it stew to be chunky. Or you can make it stewy, like less water, and you can throw it over anything. It just if you don't get tired of stew just because you can put it over rice, you can put it over pasta, throw it over broccoli or beans or whatever vegetables you got. If you got extra whatever, you can throw that in a pan, chop that up, throw that into the stew that you just made, and use up that meat. It's mwah. Stew is a lot of people believe it was the first food. You just throw it in a pot. When cooking, the Bronze Age came, since nobody had seasoning, you just throw everything in a pot, melt it down, add some, and you'll be able to feed everybody. Yeah. So yeah, you absolutely should. This game is about content, right? You're interesting. Yeah. So be interesting online. And you're online anyway. Why not? Think about it. Oh, what else? What else? Ooh, bad. Ooh, okay. So it is. We've been streaming for an hour and 24 minutes. I guess this is where we ended. I got love for you. I may not know you personally, but I do. I got love for you, and I wish you well in the world as long as you wish other people well. I'm not wishing you well if you wish evil on people. I wish you well because if you're doing well in the world, you're less likely to torture other people. That is really the truth. A lot of people do well and are greedy, right? I don't wish them well. But whatever your life assignment is, I hope you know what it is, and I hope you get at it immediately. It will enrich you personally. Let's lead you with my talk about making friends. There was that poll, we went through it, that in the 80s, it gave you this poll. How many have one friend? How many have three friends? How many people have five friends? How many people have 10 or more? And back then, the people who had one friend was sad, but it was like 10 people. Now, the people who have one friend is zero. The people who have three friends is now two people. And the people back then was like 10, now it's two. And people who had more than 10, even back then, may have been, 20 people. Now that's down to like five. So people are becoming less social. Nobody's getting married. Few people are having children. All these connections to social, familial, emotional relationships. People have less and less of those, and they have TV to busy themselves, the internet to busy themselves. You have to get out there and talk to somebody, not romantically, because I'd say, look, if you meet a cool homie, you'll meet his homies, and maybe you'll fall in love with one of their sisters, right? That's the way it goes. So, but first you have to put yourself out there. Now, I was asked, how do you meet people? You go to a group, right? But then what makes it a friendship is like, if you went to, I love Dungeons and Dragons. If you went and played Dungeons and Dragons, you met a cool person there. The next day with that friendship is to take it from that environment, go to a bar together, go to a restaurant together, go to a club together, play video games online with each other, right? So you remove your friend from the original setting. It's no longer about that setting. And don't take anybody as a friend. Be discerning, but you're trying, right? And that's the thing. People should have friends. People should have stuff to bounce information off of, right? People should have, and I think this society has sort of undid us all with this. Don't be so happy to hate other people. It just plays into other people's hands. Like I've always been about politics, and I realized when I saw this that I was just getting angry. And for 10, 15 years, nothing but anger was building. This way, in 10, 15 years, I'll be a guitarist. That's the way that works, right? It will be something that even if I stop today, I've learned a lot this month that you can't take away from me. And I'm going to keep going until I learn how to write a song. And even if it's horrible, that will feed me, and I'll write songs about how I hate this politician versus all I have is venom to spew and then get a vote, and then I get what I want. So yeah, pick up a hobby, write that book you wanted to write, learn that instrument. There are some people you don't know who are for you. Like I just said, I'm for you. But I'm a crazy person. But I'm for you. I think my crazy is a good crazy. But I'm for you, and I wish you well. And I hope, God, thank you for, that I see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. I will definitely be here. Well, knock on wood. God has plans if you believe in God, and the universe has plans if you believe in the universe. And yeah, let's wrap it up on how special you are. So you were made by the clay, by the hands of God. That is just incredible. If you do not believe that, then you are made of cosmic dust that every scientist said you are absolutely made of. Either way, both of those things make you an immensely consequential person to the fabric of everything. You're not here by accident, right? If the cosmos made you or if God made you. So now you have to work on a little bit of your discipline, right? Get that on that goal of whatever you want and run at it. Know that people support you. I support you out here. Yeah. Instead of sitting at home going, woe is me, I can't do anything. Bullshit. Yeah. That thing that you was like, maybe I would have did that maybe that's still possible, right? Unless it's the Olympics and you're 70, right? But if you're 70, you want to play guitar, you can. 40, you want to play piano, you can. 20, you want to pick up the trumpet, especially if you quit smoking. I always wanted to learn to play the trumpet. Got all these flutes around here. This is my first instrument we're running at. Yeah, they are not playing around. I'm beginning to think the birds are happening. But yeah, I know it's hard. I mean, love should be the easy part, right? But some of it is about lowering your guard and not being an asshole to people, letting people know that they can approach you. You still get to say no, but I think society is just happy to be angry at everybody for everything. And I've decided not to take part in that anymore. I'm going to be angry at the real shit I should be angry at. Not everybody, not the guy in traffic who I'll never see again. I'm not flipping that dude off anymore. I'm just sliding into my guitar lifestyle and trying to be better and meet people and play instruments. Not trying to win a Nobel Peace Prize, just trying to have a beer with a guitar in my lap. That seems like a really simple goal. I think it's possible for me. You might think about it, what? I mean, he's crazy, but I mean, if I was, what would I do? I always wanted to paint, always wanted to draw, I wanted to write this book. You know, if you want to do that and you're looking at me saying I'm crazy and you're not doing it, I think you're the crazy one. What you should go is, he's full of shit. I'm going to show him how to do it. Bam. See you in a year and a half. You feel me? I got love for you. Did I hit the table and rock the cam? Yeah, I did. All right. I got love for you. It is 8:30. We're at 10 minutes longer than we should. We have been streaming for an hour and a half. This is it. I will see you this afternoon. I wish you well. Peace to you. God is love. You are love. You are important. Knock this day out. Don't let anybody get in your head, in your ear, because then they own real estate for free. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. Think about, where am I going to be in 5 years? Well, maybe I will do that album. Maybe I will pick up that thing that I put down in high school. Why is my guitar in the closet? Why did I stop writing? I can channel out, maybe not an hour and a half. We're doing 5 hours of guitar here every day, but maybe I can channel out 20 minutes a day to do it at the very minimum, right? 20 minutes more. 20 minutes or so of daily guitar practice or so, right? Maybe you'll do your 20 minutes and your 20 minutes will end up being 40. Carve out your day. Stop blaming the kids for it. Stop blaming the husband for it. Stop blaming the wife for it. Stop blaming the boss for it. Take a little bit of that day back for yourself. You've come so far since you started broadcasting. I love you. Thank you, Nurse Blondie. You are awesome. I'm a super fan of yours. I'm a super fan of Takara. I'm a super fan of all you guys who come through. Charles came through. Issa came through, taught me guitar licks. I mean, that's a community I want to be in. I want to walk down the street and go, oh yeah, hey, this is a good chord for you. Because I see you're trying to learn out here busking. Well, not well, after busking, you probably know so. But people just give you good advice in this arena. Like when I cook, people are like, oh no, this is what I once cooked ham and I didn't soak it in water and it was just salty AF. But then my sister told me, no, and also cook potatoes. I put too much. I read the thing wrong. Instead of a teaspoon, I put a tablespoon. My sister told me double potato in there. Potatoes will absorb all the salt, and it did. No problem. And this is the kind of thing you get from cooking people, from musician people. Pick a group that you think you might want to be a part of, and that's essentially what you did. By saying I want to be an artist, I want to be a cook. I want to investigate that community a little and see where they are. Right. So I got love for you. I will see you in the next one. 4 p.m. And thank all of you for coming through. You're invaluable to the process. You absolutely always are. I got love for all of y'all. And I'm going to put this on screen because I think Blondie has love for all of y'all too. And we will see you in the next one.